So you guys can see everything I'm doing here. So this is definitely going to work the way I thought it was going to work. Perfect. All right. So as you guys can see, Nashfan, you there? You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, Nashfan is there. All right. So you guys can see that the tiers are divided up in between 7 different tiers here, and we're gonna go into detail about why we believe these characters are going where they're going. What's up, Elite? And again, you guys in the chat can chime in and give us your 2 cents as well. If you guys miss any of this is going on YouTube, you can check out the past broadcast again. But we are definitely going to jump into this and go over this with you guys here. Alright, so without further ado, the first character, and me and Nashfan had a little discussion previous to this, so we did have a talk and we came to terms to a lot of things that we agreed on as well. So the first character we're going to be talking about here just a little bit is EmeryReigns. I believe EmeryReigns is going to be bottom tier. I believe she's the only character that's going to be completely bottom tier, so we can stick her down here in the F section by herself. I believe that EmeryReigns will be bottom tier currently right now. Again, it's very early. Obviously, patches are going to come out. Stuff is going to be discovered. But as of right now in the game, I say she's going to be bottom tier just because of the fact that her sidestep is, obviously the new sidestep taking over the game is going to be the go-to sidestep. Even with Hayate has a special sidestep, I don't use it as much because the regular sidestep is just so fucking good now. EmeryReigns' sidestep is actually, you can hit that shit a lot easier than you could in DOA 5. She's not doing a lot of damage at all. DOA 6, you really want to take advantage of quick launch and you're getting your damage as quick as you can. EmeryReigns, on the other hand, she stuns you and launches you and she does no fucking damage. She's got to hit you 1,000 times to even get 20% of your life. Nashfan, what do you got to say about EmeryReigns going into F tier?
So she really doesn't have many options to stop you from stepping, and even though, even the options she does have are pretty unsafe.
Right.
And her damage output, the risk reward for her, because this isn't a keep stunning type game. You kind of want to stun and launch somebody, get them in the air, get your damage, and then go back to neutral. And she can't do that because she's hitting you for 40 damage, and that's just not gonna add up when Tina's hitting you and hitting you for 110.
Right, exactly.
So the risk reward is just it's really not in her favor in this game.
Again, and again, with tracking is very important in Dead or Alive 6 because the sidestep is so fucking good. Obviously, you can block and punish, but you're going to want to stun sometimes. You're going to want to really punish them because 4 grabs don't do that much fucking damage anyways. So EmeryReigns doesn't really take advantage of the sidestep mechanics too well as far as defending against it. Her tracking moves are really all unsafe for the most part, and she does no damage. So that's the reason why we believe she's going to be in F tier. After that, we have E tier, Echo tier. We agreed that we don't believe any characters fall into that category, so E tier is going to remain empty for now. D tier. So let me look at the characters here again. Do you remember the characters that we said should go in D tier?
In D, I think the only character that we put in D, let me look.
Was Hanoka, correct?
Yeah, Hanoka was the only character we put in D.
Okay. So what's your reasoning behind wanting Hanoka in D tier again?
So Hanoka's range is flawed. It was flawed in DOA 5. It's flawed in this game. They didn't change her range at all. It's just really bad. Moves that could have good, hitboxes like Hitomi Super Punch. On Hitomi, that move is ridiculous, but on Hanoka, it has absolutely
exactly. You're talking about Fujin Punch, quarter circle forward punch.
Right. So the range on it is bad. And then her biggest flaw that I see is when you're doing combos that should naturally work if you were playing the actual character, she doesn't have the ability to combo because of her range.
Exactly, because of her limbs. Yep.
Right. Whiff. And then on top of that, to add one more thing, her strings, she doesn't have the full strings of certain characters. So she doesn't have she has Leifang's forward punch kick, but she doesn't have the punch enders, so you get stuck in the string.
Exactly. And again, obviously she's not 100% terrible because she's not down there in E or F tier, but D tier isn't really horrible. It's just not great. She's got 11 frame mid, 9 frame jab. She can definitely make something work. The problem is in DOA, you got to have range. You got to have at least good range. I mean, when you have a character that doesn't have great range, but their limbs are pretty long, you can still make them work. Hanoka has a lot of tools, but it's a very big struggle for her to use them because of the fact that she has no fucking range to get in with. So, unfortunately, Hanoka is suffering from the range department. And again, we thought maybe they would change the hitbox on some of her moves, but again, to make it realistic, they're not going to change that much of the hitbox of her moves because in reality, she does have really short limbs, and I guess that's how they balance her out to not be so fucking crazy. So Hanoka is going to be the only, was she the only character in D tier? I believe she was.
Yes.
Yeah, Hanoka was the only character in D tier. Then we got EmeryReigns in F tier. So next we're going to move on to C tier. We had quite a few characters in C tier. I think we had Bayman. So first and foremost, Bayman I would put in C tier. Do you agree with Bayman being a C tier, or would you put him up to B tier?
I could see Bayman being in B. With
Okay.
the characters, I could see that.
Right. Okay. So I agree. Bayman can definitely go in B tier. The reason for this is because if you guys didn't know, Bayman. After his throw breaks in DOA 5, he was +7 on, or plus 3 to 5, I believe. It was +3 after all his throw breaks. That was good for him because it enabled him to mix you up with an offensive hold. He could run down on you and keep up his pressure. All his normals became very fast. His 11 frame high, 13 frame mid. They also he had a 10 frame mid after that throw break. And the fact that they made him -7 after his throw breaks definitely impacts him a lot. It definitely made an impact on the character. Also, his forward punch, the second punch in the string got slowed down. That definitely is something that can be seen on a screen. Forward punch was already getting held, and along with his forward punch, his forward punch got nerfed as well. The speed of it just doesn't come out as quick, but Bayman is definitely still good. He's still good. The reason why he's in B now instead of A tier is because of the fact that they nerfed his throw breaks, and also his quarter circle forward kick was +1. Now that's not crazy good for Bayman because of +1. He still really doesn't have any options with him having a 13 frame mid, but he was able to get on the screen against normal speed characters like Hayate. EmeryReigns characters that have the 12 frame mid and the 10 frame jab. He was able to get pressure on them because his strikes would out prioritize theirs because of damage. So you got anything else you wanted to add for Bayman, or?
No, you pretty much hit the nail on the coffin because honestly, he's the same character just with some nerfs.
Right, exactly. He's the same exact character just with some nerfs. So we got him in B tier. Let's see. Let's see who else we're gonna go over here. C tier. We had a character.
I know Christy.
We had a character in C tier. Christy. All right. So now this may come as a shock to some of you guys. Christy. If you guys didn't notice, we didn't see this bitch at all during the time span of final round. I think one person picked her. I think Hollow picked her. And this is a big surprise because she drops all the way down from S to C. Again, it's early, and we're just basing this off of our early thoughts of the game. Christy is fast. I will give her that. Her jack forward kick that she used to be able to put you in a limbo stun, that was a big problem because that bitch used to be able to stun you, go in a jack, and then put you in a back turn, high punch launch you, mid punch launch you. She put you in these fucked up mind games. The fact that there's no limbo stuns in the game anymore, that automatically nerfed that move, and she's only like +1 if she gets that move on hit now, which is fucking crazy, especially with the way the sidestep is. So also on top of that, she lost her reset throw, her back throw that used to make people hit buttons on her. They completely eliminated the throw. Back throw was completely taken out of the game. Her ability to quick launch is pretty decent. It's not crazy good. The only thing I will give Christy is the fact that her bound comes very easy to her. Her bound combos are very accessible. But again, with them nerfing those few things that made her really annoying, I would say that she would definitely fall down to C tier, especially with the current shit that's in the game right now. And her not having a reset throw. Her ability to quick launch is pretty decent, but the problem is she's very linear. She has H+K that she can stop you from sidestepping with, but as far as strings go, she's very linear. As soon as she puts forward punch on the screen, you can literally sidestep and hit her in the mouth every single time. So what do you got? You want to add anything to Christy why you think she's in C tier?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing that you said. Like, her jack stance got really heavily nerfed. So now all you have to do is guess between high launcher and mid punch launcher. So which isn't as scary. Like, it was a 3-way guess before. Now it's no guess. It's pretty much, okay, it's a 50-50 chance I'm a hold right.
Right.
And then on top of that, it's like her quick launch game is good because she probably has the easiest bound combo to land with the free plus kick combo. But then at the same time, she still falls into the linear category. Forward punch used to retrack, and now
that was the biggest thing, bro. Forward punch grab was so annoying in DOA 5 because you had to respect that shit. literally forward punch doesn't even exist anymore. As soon as you put forward punch on my block, I'm sidestepping. You're going to have to punish me because you're not going to keep up that pressure shit. That shit does not exist in this game. Forward punch. If you try to step that shit, you were getting hit in your mouth every single time. So Christie definitely got hit with the Nerf bat 100%. We didn't see that bitch at all today. And we had 3 Christie players in top 8. And they didn't pick her one time. So that should tell you guys something about where Christie is right now. So, all right. So we got Christie in C tier. Let me look at the character select screen. I don't think we have any more characters that we put in C tier. Now we're going to move up to B tier. Alright. B tier, Bayman's up there. Let's see here. Jan Lee, very short, very sweet. Yeah, I'm making my own tier list. What's up, Excel? Jan Lee, very simple and sweet here. Jan Lee, 11 frame mid. Jan Lee generally doing the same thing he's always done. It's just the stuff that he's always done was always pretty good. He has offensive hold, dragon gunner, really good mids. He's got a forward kick that puts you in a lift stun, forward punch, lift stun, forward punch kick, which is safe on block at -3, I believe. He's got the forward punch down kick. He's got good string manipulation. He has dragon stance. Pretty good damage output in this game. I didn't mean to put him in C. I meant to put him in B. I'm sorry. But again, the reason why I wouldn't put Jan Lee any higher than that is just because generally he's doing what he's always done. There's nothing really new about him here. And again, that doesn't make him a bad character. I just don't really see him being any higher than B tier. He's fast. He's pretty safe for the most part. Again, he's got good string manipulation. He's got offensive holds. He's got good throw damage. Do you agree with him being a B tier?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Jan Lee is Jan Lee. So he's not heavily mix-up based, and he's pretty much just very solid. That's why most players, generally don't play the up-close game because his string mix-ups are really bad. He pretty much just plays, solid neutral, good pokes. So, yeah, he's definitely like just a solid mid character.
Right. The only other thing is when DOA 5 first came out, is the tier list of the day very valid, or is there a lot of character and quality of the game? I'll get back to you in a second, Blizzard. With Jan Lee and DOA 5, the reason why he was bumped to S tier is because of the fact that he had so many fucked up stuns. When Jan Lee puts you when he hits you with H plus K after a fucking 2 stuns, he puts you with H plus K, he would literally put you in a sit down stun to get a guaranteed critical burst. There was no getting out of it. His down back punch kick used to break your neck. Okay, and get a guaranteed critical burst. His Dragon Gunner was still good. There was a time where Jan Lee was pretty bad because they nerfed his forward punch. It was 12 frames. A lot of people don't know that. But again, Jan Lee's doing pretty much the same thing he was doing in DOA 5. He's just a very solid character. He's got good tools. So we're going to move on from Jan Lee now. The next character I'll put in B tier is Zack. Zack, I feel, is very underexplored and very underused, and for that reason, I wouldn't put him any lower than B tier, but no higher than B tier. He's got an 11 frame mid. Any character with an 11 frame mid that has a reset throw at that is automatically going to be good. Now, with the exception of Nico. Nico has an 11 frame mid and a reset throw, but she has no fucking range at all. Zack, on the other hand, has pretty good range. He's got forward punch, 11 frames. He's got reset throw with forward grab, guaranteed jab into a mix-up. Great fucking tracking, great throw damage, great tracking in general. What else did he have? He has really good stuns, and he has 2 stances he can access. He's got the high bending stance and the low bending stance. And I just think Zack is a very solid character. I just think he's very underused and very underexplored, especially because there's only one fucking notable Zack player in the community right now, and he barely uses him in tournaments. So how do you feel about Zack?
Yeah, Zack, really fast character. Solid mix-ups, good throw reset. Definitely falls in B because he's just a very wonky character. He's not really straightforward. Yeah. So you have to play him in a very certain fashion. That's pretty much why you don't see many Zack players.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a lot of experience fighting this character in tournaments, so I can tell you guys he's good. Zack is a great tournament character. I fought Hoodless in tournament. I fought Gahakball in tournament. He's a very good character because once he puts that forward grab on you, you literally have to react. And the difference between like Mila doing forward grab to you and any other character like Hitomi, when Zack hits you with forward grab, if you don't guess correctly, and he stuns you, you're getting put in a fucked up stun. Punch is fucked up. Punch forward kick. If you don't counter the forward kick and you try to hit a button, you're gonna get put in a pretty fucked up stun because there is no stagger escape now, so all the stuns are good. So yeah, I feel like Zack is definitely gonna be a good character to go into Bravo tier. Let's see. Where do we have Hitomi again? You said Alpha or Bravo tier?
No, I said she was B.
Okay, so we're gonna put her in B tier. I had her in C tier, but after listening to his, because again, I'm very open minded. After listening to the reason why Nash thinks she goes in B tier, I can agree. Her down P plus K, which is her tracking mid punch, the elbow. I think that move is fucking OD. It tracks. She has a forward grab. If you step, you're getting put in a fucked up stun. Her quick launch is great. Hitomi's quick launch is great. Her sweeps in this game, if they do connect, are +3. There is no stagger escape. She's got great fucking tracking. She does really good damage. She has good access to her bound combo, pretty good. She's got great range. I think she's a solid character. The only reason why I don't like Hitomi is because I feel like at times people can play her in a very online fashion, and it's hard to respect Hitomi players because most Hitomi players abuse her online by doing fake string mix-ups. But played properly, like if you want to fight a good Hitomi, you can fight Hoodless and see why she could definitely be considered B tier. Where would you said B tier? Why do you think she's in B tier?
So yeah, Hitomi has probably the most useful tracking moves in the game. She has, like you said, 2P plus K. She has 4P. She has 6H plus K. Like all these good tracking moves that either have a string follow up or something that you have to worry about. So even if you block it, it's not like you could just be like, oh, she's unsafe, I'm a thrower. So she has a lot of options there. She still has 4 punch reset. She has, I believe, a 20 frame sweep. I think it's like 20 frames.
I think it's like 19 or 20.
Yeah, so it's a really fast sweep, hard to react to. And then the biggest buff I think she got was the new 236 214K PP string. Her new bound string is really good because off a 33P launch, she always gets that bound combo.
Every time. And again, her quick launch is good. Her ability to quick launch is really fucking good. Again, it's hard to respect some Hitomi players.
And it's very strong because now in this game, since there's no stagger escape, you can do things like 3K into up forward kick,
into a launch.
And immediately get a quick launch combo. And that's really dangerous.
Right. Again, it's hard to respect Hitomi players sometimes because for the most part they all play fucking online. But if the character's not played that way, she can actually be a solid character. But I just have a hatred for her because people play her fucking really cheesy online. But I can definitely see her being a B tier character. Let's see who else we got here. Brad. Where did we put Brad? I think we put Brad in A tier, right? Nash?
Yeah, I think I got disconnected.
Oh shit, what happened?
Nah, I'm back. I think it disconnected when I was talking about Hitomi.
Right. So what's your reasoning for Brad being an A tier again?
So with Brad, basically, majority of the cast, Hayate has an option, very good option in cartwheel kick to, pick Brad up off the ground. He has to respect that in neutral. He just can't lay down. And most characters don't have that luxury. Some characters really do struggle with him laying on the ground, or they can't get that much, damage on him while he's laying on the ground. So his laydown stance really alters the match in the neutral because you can't do moves that you're used to. So you have to play him in a specific fashion, as if you were playing, against Valdo and Soul Calibur. You have to play you have to play to the matchup and the player versus,
Right, exactly. And that's a good point. Any character that's forcing you to change your whole playstyle is automatically going to be a good character, I feel like. In DOA 5, Brad suffered because you could actually hit him with a lot of moves that were not true mids. They actually made him a lot more evasive in this game, and they made a lot more moves literally not be able to hit Brad 1 while he's in his stance, while he's on the ground. So you actually have to do a lot of true mids to hit him off the floor. He's got offensive holds on the fucking ground. If you try to walk anywhere near that motherfucker, he's going to suck you in with an offensive hold. In his stance, in the beginning of the round, he has an 11-frame mid kick. I believe it's 11 frames. Then he has a throw mix-up as well. Starting the round against him is really annoying. You can just back up, but it's still an option that he has to his advantage. He has a vortex throw, which is fucking annoying. He's got a parry on the ground where... So, like, for example, if he's laying in your face on the ground, you do a mid-wake-up kick, you're not going to hit him. If you do a low wake-up kick, he can parry that shit and leave you at disadvantage. I think Brad is, again, another ever since Chosen One left the scene, obviously he's coming back now, but there hasn't been a really, really great Brad 1 player. Sly Bass is great, but he's not like a fucking... I don't feel like he's a godlike Brad player because he recently picked the character up. He was always an Akira player. I feel like Brad 1 is very unexplored, but in this game, he has the tools to compete, and for that reason, I would say he would go in A tier. Let's go ahead and move on. Diego. Now, I feel like me and Nash are kind of at, at a different point with this character. I think Diego is fucking ridiculously disgusting. Where would you put Diego?
So I think after playing against a lot of Diego, I just fought Destruction Bomb in a good set in ranked. I think at best I will put him in A because
I can get behind that.
I feel like his tracking, he has ridiculous tracking. Like you cannot step him. Like it's not even an option.
You can't step Diego. You cannot step him.
Not an option. He has a lot of plus frame moves that you can be like, hey, I'll duck, but he always has a mid follow up, so you have to respect it. Like you can't just duck. That's not an answer. And ducking against Diego, he has a lot of moves that will stun you on normal hit for ducking.
Right.
So he has a lot of options. He's very damaging. Pretty much, I didn't know the combos until basically Michael told me the combos with Diego, and I was like, wow, this character actually does ridiculous damage, has ridiculous wall carry. Like, he's ridiculous once he stuns you. He can put the damage on the screen.
Definitely. So a lot of people in the chat are saying B tier. The reason why I don't believe he's B tier, I believe he gets put up to that next level. He's got 1 PP. 1 PP is a natural combo on counter hit. 1. 2, it tracks. 3, it's safe on block. 4, from range, it's +3. And it's a close hit. Okay? Literally, if Diego hits the second part of that shoulder, that shit is a fucking close hit. And then on top of that, he can do the shoulder by itself. So there's 4 reasons why that move is fucking ridiculous. It tracks. It's safe. Okay? It's a 2-in-1. Alright? And it has the potential to be a fucking close hit. You can't sidestep him. Okay? Forward punch, the second punch completely retracts. You cannot sidestep him, which means that you can legitimately do forward punch and fucking go to throw someone, and it can actually be an annoying ass mix-up at times. He's very safe. Forward punch is completely safe on block. I want to say forward punch kick is safe too. I think Blackberry told me it's -6 or something like that. And again, it wall splats as well. He's got guard breaks out of the ass. Quarter circle forward punch, 35 frames is slow. Okay, it's the fastest guard break in the game that gives you a guaranteed launcher. It's the only one of the only guard breaks in the game that gives you a guaranteed launcher. So let's just say someone techs up off the floor, right, and you want to meaty time it or something like that. You find an unholdable with it. You know how fucked up that move will be with an unholdable? He can launch you for free. Come on, man. He can launch you for free. All right, 10 frame jab, 12 frame mid. Moderately fast, not super crazy fast. If that motherfucker was 9 frame and 11, he'd be in high, 100% S tier. He's got ridiculous throw damage. He has a punch that no one's using that puts you in a 50-50. That, I think it's 3P plus K or something like that, and on hit you can confirm it into a grab. It puts you in a 50-50. He's got great tracking, great damage, great fucking guard breaks. He's very safe. I would definitely say he's going to go in A tier for me, and Nashfan thinks he would go in A tier as well. If you want to argue B tier, I can see it, but I just can't put him in B tier. I just can't. Also, back punch. Back punch is fucking is a +4 or +2. I think it's +2, right? Back punch is +2. I think it's +2.
I wanted to say it was more, but that's probably kick. Kick is like...
Yeah, also. Yeah. Now, kick is a high, so I got to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. It's +9, but it's a high. But back punch is a high as well, but it has a mid mix-up. And also, kick does too. Kick has kick punch as a mid-punch mix-up. Yeah, so if you duck it, you might get hit by the punch, all right? He literally has all these fucked up guard breaks that are actually mix-ups, all right? So, I'm sorry, man. That motherfucker's A tier, man. Sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say Diego's in fucking A tier, man. Neo Tengu, I feel like is arguable, and also 4 PP tracks. Thank you, Silver Forte. Did I say his throw damage is ridiculous? Have you guys gotten thrown by him on the wall yet? He does like 50%. Neo Tengu. I had Neo Tengu in B tier. Where do you think she should go?
We can. That one is
I would tough. Say I could say A or B.
Yeah,
I could say A or B.
I think that so far, I think she's still a little under tapped. I think Codemaster is doing a lot of good tech with her right now. I can see where she could be A, and I could see where she could be B.
Where she could be B.
Yeah, because her flying.
I would say put her in B tier.
Her stun game is crazy. Her speed is not the best, but then she has P plus K, so it makes up for for the weakness of her speed. So and her throws do insane amount of damage.
Insane damage. So let me chime in for a second. So a lot of people don't know, but the ground game is ass in this game. Neo Tengu can safe throw you on the floor just like Mila can now. A lot of people don't know that because they probably haven't fought a good Neo Tengu. Literally, she can end her combos and safe throw you. Okay? And she's like I think she's like +4. I don't know the exact setup, but that bitch is OD. She's got crazy stuns. P plus K is a fucking is 10 frames, and it will beat any 10 frame jab out in the game because of damage. She has good tracking. She's got a reset throw. Alright? Her air stance is fucking ridiculous in this game. Her reset throw can be confirmed into a regular grab she can take for damage, just like Nico. So for that reason, I'd say it's arguable for her to be an A or B tier, but I can see her being a B tier just because of the fact that outside of P plus K, she has slower normals, but her punch is annoying because it covers a lot of ground and it stuns on normal hit. It is a high, but she has the ability to stun you from like mid-screen with that shit.
And you know what? Silver Forte made a good point in the chat. He said P plus K is a good punish. And yeah, she could actually punish sidestep attacks with that move guaranteed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. See? That's OD. I didn't even think about that. So, and again, Neo Tengu in DOA 5 was more so considered like D or C tier, but 100% she is definitely going to be B tier in this game at the very least. And again, guys, this is early, but this is just two high-level players making an analysis of the characters and just putting them in a tier based on where we think they are right now. This shit could change in a week. This shit could change in a day, but this is just based off of right now. So, next character. Mila. Now, as you guys know, Mila's my secondary, and I'm not biased. I'm not going to underplay her. Before the patch, before they nerfed her back punch combo potential, because that shit was ridiculous. She was 100% top 5 S tier. But with them nerfing her back punch, I'd say Mila can go in A tier. She took some nerfs in this game. Her 3PP sit-down stun, obviously every character did, but her 3PP sit-down stun definitely played a big part of her game. Her down punch is +1. Her stance transition 1P is not -3 like her regular 1P is. Her stance transition 1P is -2, so it's not a crazy difference, but it's all right. She also lost her sidestep tackle. That was a big part of her game. I loved sidestep tackling people. It was awesome to do. In this game, she's doing good damage. She's got a reset throw, obviously, with a guarantee after it, which you have to respect. She's got offensive holds with the tackle. She has offensive hold cancels into mids, into lows. And also, she has a new stance. So, it's -1. Okay, it's -1. I wouldn't say -1, but I don't use it. So, I wouldn't say -1, but thanks. So, it's -1. Again, I had her in S tier before they nerfed her back punch, but now that they nerfed the back punch, her combo potential is still good, but it's not as good, and for that reason, I moved her down to A tier. Where would you say she goes? She's got great stuns and great tracking as well. She's just a great character. Nash, you still there?
Yeah.
Where would you say Mila would go? Did you say A tier?
So, yeah, I agree with you on the A tier because Mila, pretty much what you said, like, they nerfed that one move, like that little back punch move. But that separated her because she was doing like some ridiculous
fucking combos, bro.
Ridiculous.
Also, Mila can safe throw now. Safe throw just like she could in 5. Any character that can stop you from laying on the floor is automatically good in my book because that's the most annoying thing about DOA right now. She can literally 2T option select you whenever she wants to. So because of those reasons, Mila falls in A tier.
Yeah, completely agree.
Hayabusa. This motherfucker is going straight to S tier. This motherfucker, a lot of people don't know, his advanced mid-punch hold out of stun does 140 damage. That's almost half your life with one hold. He's going straight to S tier. There's no arguing that with me. I don't give a fuck. He has a hold that does 140 damage. He takes advantage of the fucking environment more than any character, and I'm gonna show you guys why. Master did 100% combo on somebody with a break blow. One break blow, he did 100% combo to a guy yesterday effortlessly. No execution involved, effortlessly, okay? On the fucking snow stage. This character is fucking ridiculous. He's a grappler. He has a 6-frame forward throw and a 4-frame neutral throw with a striking character speed, 10-frame jab. The only grappler character in the game with the 10-frame jab. he has a handstand which avoids everything in the game. It has crushing properties, and if you hit him out of it, what do you get? He gets a wake-up kick. One of the most dangerous things in DOA right now. Handstand fucking saved lives. If you watch Master Stream, he's spamming handstand all the time because he knows he loses nothing for doing it. Damage output through the roof. He has an Azuna drop super launch throw that will fuck you up. JJ, thank you so much for subbing for 7 months. I appreciate you, man. You're the shit. 1 PK is a natural combo. 1P, 1K, the low punch to the low kick. Natural combo and counter hit, and it tracks. Back forward throw is a fucking vortex throw. If you hold, he takes your back into a Shoho Azuna and takes 40%. This motherfucker Hayabusa is 100% S tier. He's fucking ridiculous. Also, how can I leave that out? Thank you, Silver Forte. Hayabusa has the best whiff punisher in the game. He has a high crushing, tracking mid punch with a follow-up that puts you in a bound state.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. The hitbox on 3P plus K kick is fucking disgusting. Okay? Literally, it's disgusting. The best whiff punisher in the game is a mid, it tracks, and it's a high crush. Okay? And it has a mid kick follow-up, and it leads into a bound. Hayabusa's fucking ridiculous. Did I mention that his mid punch hold does 140 damage? I don't think I said that. Anyways, next character. Kasumi. Now, my man Nash is going to tell you guys... No, Hayabusa was never bad in his life. Nash is going to tell you guys why he thinks Kasumi is S tier.
I think I'll put her A.
You put her S tier? I was about to say. I thought it was S. You said top 5. So that would put her in A.
Not put her in A. Not put her Ayane top 5.
That's right. All right, so where do you put Kasumi again?
Yeah, Kasumi's A.
Okay, why do you think Kasumi's an A tier? Because a lot of people are going to want to hear this.
So Kasumi, so first and foremost, 4 punch kick. We have to talk about this move.
Thank you. We got to talk about this string. Okay.
It's like plus 20 on hit. So
bam.
He can immediately lift stun you with a 3P. Immediately. So it's like... Or a 3P plus, a 6P plus K. Like, so she has so many options to relift stun you in must hold situations. And in this game, she has a ceiling throw, just like 5. She has a ceiling throw and a regular grab.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so not only do you have to play to your environment, but if she just throws you on high counter, you're eating like 50%. Easy damage, and she can combo pretty much every weight class with the same 3-3P combo into the back flip, teleport, and the bound combo.
And you guys got to take that into consideration. That's a very good point. This game is... Sorry if you guys hear my daughter crying in the background. I can't do nothing about it. Let me see if I can actually get her to close that door. Nash, you can keep talking about Kasumi. Let me go see if I can close that door.
So yeah, with Kasumi having that, on top of her stun game has always been really good. And the fact that she can, like I said, launch most weight classes the same. The only time you pretty much have to alter your combos is when you're like comboing like Bayman or Raidou. But characters like Jan Lee, weight class and down, are going to get hit by pretty much the same combos that are going to grant her damage. And then her sit-down stun, sit-down stun kick, or free plus kick, you can use it just like Hayabusa's. So while you're walking back, if somebody tries to challenge you, you can just whip punish their normal, put them in an immediate sit-down stun into a situation.
Right.
So...
Alright. Right. And again, you guys have to take all the stuff into consideration. DOA 6 is not like DOA 5. Quick launching is the key. Quick launching is going to win you games. Kasumi can do the same combo on every weight class. Whereas some characters, like my man Hayate, doesn't even have the ability to bound people that well because of the way his bound move is. His up forward kick, he can't really bound people and lead into his break blow because of the fact that that shit only works on like fucking cruiserweights and down for the most part. Any heavyweight character, that shit never connects. Kasumi, Hayabusa, again, and back to Hayabusa for a second, Hayabusa's bound combo works on every weight class. Like, that shit works on everybody. Some characters don't have the luxury of doing that. Kasumi, on the other hand, again, she has the ability to use her bound and a break blow on every character. And that's really good. Again, like Nash said, she's fast. Any character who has good tracking moves in this game is good because of the fact that sidestep is so fucking annoying. She's got a super launch throw. And also, you have to remember, environment will eventually will also make a character higher in the tier list. Kasumi has a super launcher throw. If that bitch gets you downstairs under that ship and she launches you and bounces you off that roof and you go into that explosion wall, you're fucking dead. So you guys got to take all this stuff into consideration. Again, Hayabusa ridiculous with the environment. So is there anything else you wanted to add to Kasumi?
No, I think that pretty much puts Kasumi, in A tier. That's a pretty good explanation on why she's good. Like you said, 9 frame and 11. And then on top of, she has really good stun game, good ceiling throw, and all that good stuff. Like, yeah, she's dangerous.
All right, Leifang. Now, this one for me is a little arguable again because I'm not basing this shit off of non-experience. I'm basing it off experience. I feel Leifang can go in A tier, and my reason for this is because they actually put a patch out where her Unshu grab, the grab where she comes up and scoops you up the offensive hold. They made it so that she can hit you again after it. Now there was a version of DOA 6, the one before this, where you could low hold out of her shit and leave her negative. Now she gets a guaranteed stun again, which is cool. Leifang has parries, she has offensive holds, she has advanced holds, she has sabakis. Okay. She's got good low sweeps. Her 3P down kick, which didn't track in DOA 5, has a tracking animation now where you cannot step it. So any character with an offensive hold can put moves on your block and offensive hold you, and you have to respect it every time because that if you react late, it's going to grab you up because it's an offensive hold. It grabs you from... And she has decent speed. Again, 12 frame mid, 10 frame high. Also, she has great crushes. In my opinion, she's the perfect character. She has like some flaws like every other character again, but she's like the perfect character. She has every fucking tool you could wish for. So for that reason, I would think she goes in E tier. Where do you put her at?
Yeah, I can agree with what did you put? You put her A or B?
I put her A tier.
Okay. I can put her. It's kind of the same situation. I haven't seen much of her, nor have played a lot against her in this version. So I would put her B, but it can immediately switch to A. One thing I do like about this game is, unlike in DOA 5, it had a lot of open maps where she kind of struggled, versus this game where it's kind of more closed off. So she can grab you in the walls, and she can. She can grant offense a lot easier in this game. But at the same time, I haven't seen so much from her, and I just feel like other characters overshadow her right now. So she can immediately move up, like, tomorrow. But I would put her, like, B.
Right. I mean, I could see it. I could see that being arguable, and for that reason, we'll stick her in the middle of A and B. Just because... and she can parry from back turn again. And again, it's arguable A or B because literally Leifang has everything. She's got pretty good speed, parries, sabakis, crushes, sweeps, good tracking, offensive holds, advanced holds. She's got everything. And also her fatal stun is good. We also have to keep that stuff into consideration, guys. These characters have to have good fatal stuns because fatal rush is a fatal stun, right? But the fact that it's a high, you can low hold under. You can't low hold a regular fatal stun like Leifang's, I think, what is it, down P plus K, the little knee thing?
It's a new move?
No, it's the one she had from DOA 5. I think it's her fatal stun.
Down oh yeah.
Right. And what's crazy is that her fatal stun has a follow up. So she doesn't if you know you're gonna block that shit, she can confirm that shit and delay it. So like if it doesn't hit on block, she can literally finish the string. You know what I mean? So for that reason, again, I think she would be in the middle of A and B tier. So we'll stick her right there, kind of in limbo a little bit. What character do we got next? Helena. So we gotta have Helena talk, and we got Ducky in the chat, so I know he's gonna complain about this one. Helena. People are trying to get me to believe that Helena's F tier. There's not a day in fucking hell where you're gonna ever get that off. The problem is Helena is not a scrubby character. People were literally getting off the floor doing 3-3P in DOA 5, and they were excelling with the shit. If you notice, the fluctuation of Helena players completely disintegrated in 5 because I'm 6. I'm not even bumping into Helena players anymore. Killy believes that Helena is F tier. I think Helena should be. I think Helena can be B tier. Where do you think you would put her at?
And you put her where? In B?
I put her in B tier just because obviously in DOA 5 she was S tier. She was one of the best characters in the game. She has Bokuho, which is extremely evasive. She's got Bokuho throw. She's got good tracking. Now, they're trying to say this bitch can't track, but her back punch is one of the most annoying fucking things I've ever had to deal with in my life. I think it's back punch, that string. It's a high, but it's fucking annoying as hell. She's got Bokuho sweep. She's got pretty good crushes. The real two things that I feel like this is gonna be a video later. I feel like the two things she's really struggles from in this game is her damage. She does very little damage. Again, in DOA 6, you got to have good damage because there's so many defensive and offensive aspects. Break blow being offensive and defensive, and also break hold getting you out of any stun situation for the most part. You can stop her offense very easily. Once she gets that stun and she finally gets a launch, she's not really hurting you too much. But just because of the fact that she's very evasive, and she's got the Bokuho, it's what makes the character. Without Bokuho, she would be trash. How do you feel about her being in B tier?
Yeah, I can agree with that. She's it's kind of like Ducky said, between C and B, just because of like she is a more nerf version, but she still has some of the key tools that is Helena, like the Boku duck going under mids and highs and stuff, and then she has the sweep, and that sweep is still really, really, really good. Her stun game is really good, but I think just the system kind of nerfs her.
Right.
But yeah, she's a solid B character.
Yeah, I'd say she's solid B because she's doing what she was doing in 5. It's just she's not a scrubby character. We can all agree that there were some scrubby ass Helena players in DOA 5. Like people were getting off the floor just doing 3-3P, and it was an annoying ass mix up. So I could say she falls down from S to B for sure. What's the next character we got on the list? Let's see who we got here. Lisa. Thanks for following, Universe. Lisa, you said you wanted her in A tier.
Correct. Complete A tier.
All right, so explain your reasoning.
So Lisa's like a wall. So at neutral, she has actual like pokes that when you run at her, it is a risk to run at her and try to hit a button because her priority is just through the roof. And those put you in deep stuns, for one. And this is like on normal hit. So for one, she's really good on normal hit. For two, when she's mixing you up, her sweeps, like her down back punch and everything, it's stunning on normal hit, and there's no slow escape in this game. And Lisa's biggest weakness in DOA 5 was actual slow escape. She had to extend with highs, and now she doesn't. She can just extend
Exactly. Lisa has offensive holds. She's got good tracking. She's a grappler character. Three very good attributes, like Super Elite said. And again, guys, Nashfan is not a scrub. He knows what he's talking about. He plays multiple fighting games at a high level. If you're gonna take anybody's word for it, take his word for it. You can't step the character. She literally takes priority over the screen. She's got good high crushes, so you can't even say, "Oh, she's slow." She's got good high crushes, and she has offensive holds. She has, and again, like Super Elite said, she's got good walk speed. I never even thought about that being an attribute in DOA because no one really pays attention to that kind of stuff. But Super Elite, again, being another fighting game player who plays other games at a high level, walk speed is pretty important in DOA. Obviously not the most important thing in the game compared to other fighting games, but it is kind of important in DOA. She does pretty good damage. She's pretty safe for the most part. She has a body splat. Her little body splat where she lands on you, and she gets that guaranteed stun. That shit is fucked up. So because she's a grappler character with a 6-frame forward throw, 4-frame neutral throw, she can punish more moves that other characters can't. Good tracking, offensive holds, deja vu, which does 40% on high counter. Because of those reasons, she goes in A tier. You agree with that?
Oh yeah, definitely. The biggest thing, the only thing that was really nerfed is her walk speed was actually nerfed from 5 to 6. And it's blaringly obvious that it was nerfed. But it's still good, but it's nowhere near how fast she actually walked back. So anybody that was a Lisa main probably notices the nerf of her walk speed from 5 to 6. But besides that, yeah, she's a perfect A character.
This man Gruff said, "Oh, you can low hold and avoid deja vu, bro. You can low hold and avoid any grab in the game." This man's tripping. All right, next character. We're gonna save him for last because I want to have a detailed conversation about his ass. Rig. Hoodless voice. Rig. Oh, the body splash? Bro, that move is OD. You're not going to get that off, Gruff. Get out of here, man. Rig, I'd say... I'd honestly... Where would you put Rig? I want your opinion on this. Where would you put Rig? Because I think Rig is fucked up.
So Rig is definitely fucked up. He's definitely, in my opinion, he's in consideration of S tier. Simply because, of course, he still has really good ass sweeps. So he has just good transitions. And let's get on his bending stance. This man has a kick that literally, if you try to step, you go into gut stun stance. Like, you just hold your gut. Like, you can't move
every time. Yep, and it tracks. And it tracks.
Like, you can't.
So Rig's bending stance. He has a tracking mid kick that puts you in a gut stun that has a follow up. If you try to grab him after you block it, he's gonna kick you in your head. All right. He's got 1 PP, which is a natural combo on counter hit, and it tracks. Okay, back to the Diego shit. He's got great tracking. He's got a super launcher throw. His quick launch game is disgusting. Up kick is a 12 frame mid kick launcher. People bitched about Hayabusa having a 12 frame high kick launcher in DOA 4. Okay. This man has a 12 frame mid kick launcher in DOA 5. 7K from bending stance. On block is 0 on block. And fully charged, he gets guaranteed jabs in the corner. Okay? He's pretty safe for the most part. Again, he accesses the balance system a lot easier than any other character in the game for the most part because he has 3 PK, which leads into the bound. All he needs is up kick stun. Start the round up kick, you're getting bounded immediately. His low damage throws. Now, again, I don't think that a character's execution should determine whether a character is good or not. If the execution shouldn't count. That's not an excuse for a character being not as good. Oh, they're F tier because the character's hard to use. No, this is a fighting game. Get your fucking execution up. Rig's throws only do a little bit of damage if you don't know the max damage combos, which are kind of difficult to do, I'm not going to lie. Even the top Rig players don't go for them all the time. But he does have pretty good damaging throws. His forward grab does a lot of fucking damage on high counter. I don't know exactly how much it does, but it fucking hurts. He did lose a couple things. His forward grab into his pseudo tech with 1P, he lost that. That definitely hurts him for sure. But Rig is more or less the same character. He's just a little better now, in my opinion. That's why, for me, he doesn't go to S tier, but he can't sit in A tier for me because I just feel like he has some of the best tools in the game. Back kick is a high, but it's +1 on block. Forward punch down kick, +1 on block. He's got good frame advantage. He's pretty safe. I think he's godlike.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about 3 PK.
No, again, 3 PK. I was just, dude, that fucking move is fucked up. It leads into his bound. If he stuns you with 3 PK, you're getting put in a lift stun. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So I think Rig is a very solid character. Also, in bending stance, he has a 10 frame jab. So he has a 10 frame kick. So if he does back kick, he's got a 9 frame high kick. And then if you want to try to counter high, he's going to put you with a gut stun with 3K. Not to mention, I forgot, he has a reset throw out of bending stance. Come on, guys. Character's fucking amazing. Next character. Hayate. Now, you guys know Hayate's my mans. I'm not going to downplay him. Hayate is 100% an A tier character. The thing I feel like Hayate suffers from is the fact that he's like a legacy character. He really never changes. He's been doing the same shit since DOA 3, since the day he came out. Same thing with Ayane. Ayane was a legacy character. If you were losing to Ayane players, you were losing to the player. You weren't losing to Ayane. Hayate is extremely solid. He has very few bad matchups, if any. The only bad matchups I believe he has are grappler characters, just because of the fact that his best options are completely unsafe against grappler characters at -7. But he has very good spacing, very good guard breaks, moderately fast 12 frame mid, 10 frame jab, very good tracking, pretty good damage output. He's not doing as much damage in this game as he was, but regardless, he's doing pretty good damage. He doesn't access the bound system as well as other characters do. His 9K KK being his bound definitely sucks for him a little bit because on heavyweight characters, he can't bound you at fucking all. So I feel like Hayate definitely struggles from accessing the balance system, and because of the fact that he's considered a legacy character for me because he really hasn't changed at all since he came out as a character. For that reason, I feel like Hayate falls under A instead of S tier. And again, over the years, Hayate's actually lost more than he's gained. Some of his best stuff from DOA 4, he lost back free plus kick. His old wind dash was actually better in the older games because he had a sweet mix up out of it. I feel like Hayate definitely falls into A tier, especially being a Hayate player because I know all his strengths and weaknesses. How do you feel about Hayate being an A tier?
Yeah, that's a perfect spot. Like he's a like character that can zone really well,
Right.
pokes, good solid damage. Uh, not enough to make him S, but a solid A, yes, like perfect there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Raidou. So, Nash, I want you to break Raidou down real quick for people. I got to make some of these characters a little smaller here. I didn't notice many people were going to go in A tier, but I got to make them a little smaller. Nash, talk to us about Raidou, man. How do you feel about Raidou?
Okay, so Raidou in this version of the game. So in DOA 5, he was considered like garbage tier or whatever. Nobody played him. He wasn't looked at as a viable option at all. In this game, with quick launch being how good it is, Raidou automatically jumped to a viable character, one. For two, his damage output is ridiculous. For three, he's the heaviest character in the game. And if you don't know what that means that any of your usual combos that you do on an everyday basis probably does not work against that character. And you
that shit, trust me. You guys can go back and watch my video from last night when I fought fucking EDK. Literally every combo I did whiffed past his fat ass. Literally, I was calling the character a fat piece of shit while I was fighting him. So, characters that are heavy obviously take advantage of the game more because you can't combo them nearly as much. So for that reason alone, that motherfucker is annoying. 1PP is now annoying because he has 1P. You try to hold the mid punch, you're going to get put into a sweep stun. He's got good tracking. He's got high damage in combos. Execution is not an excuse. Oh, Raidou's hard? Not an excuse. Okay? I've fought really good Raidous that have execution. Destruction Bomb. Evil Death King. Raidou does ridiculous damage. He has offensive holds. His down punch is +1. 13 frame mid, 11 frame jab doesn't really do him any justice. But against any character that's not super fast, he's going to take priority because his attacks do more damage than theirs. So let's just say my down punch into forward punch is 12 frames with Raidou because of +1. I'm going to beat Hayate out because of strength. What else do we got here? Did I already say this motherfucker does ridiculous damage? He can hurt you, and you can't hurt him. That's the best way I can put it. You can't hurt Raidou, but he can hurt you. Offensive holds, I already said that. Good tracking. Pretty good range. His limbs are pretty fucking long. Also, Hayate inherited. Raidou stole Hayate's forward punch kick. Hayate, one of Hayate's best strings, forward punch kick -7. They gave it to Raidou. He has good throws in general, and also his bound. He can do 2 God Fists into 3/3 KP, which is ridiculous damage into a bound. So, I would say Raidou is pretty fucking good in this game. He does have issues that apparently Master said the Team Ninja's working on correcting, but I would honestly have to say Raidou can go in the middle of B and A tier. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I definitely. Where did you put him? Hold on.
I'd say like B tier. I'd say B tier.
Yeah, B, because he's still not that A class status, but like B is solid because like I said, like you can't juggle him and get damage on him properly, and then he can juggle you and get damage on you properly. He has good bounds, good tracking. So he has a lot of options. He's very sluggish. That would be pretty much his fault.
His movement's ass.
Yeah,
he cannot crouch dash at all. Literally, if you try to crouch dash with him, he does this dumbass shit where he just does this and he doesn't move. And I thought maybe they would correct that. Again, that's something that Master said they're working on changing. But according to Master, this character is supposed to be fucking godlike by the end of this. So again, this is just right now, guys. This tier list is definitely going to change. This is just based off of our. I know you guys probably have disagreements, but I see in the chat a lot of you guys agreeing with what we say. People are probably like, "Oh, how the fuck is Raidou above Christie? Christie, I can juggle that bitch until the world ends. I can't even combo Raidou.
Right?
I can't hit him. I can't combo him. So that's a big fucking issue. And on top of that, he actually has good tools. Now, DOA 5. Raidou had to stun you and keep playing the stun game in order to get really good damage, and his stuns sucked because of the recovery on them. There's no stagger escape in this game. If Raidou stuns you, and he does, I hope you guys know, they gave Raidou Leon's quarter circle back punch, the fucking mid punch launch where he fucking launches you up in the air. That shit's annoying. He also has up kick. He also has 3/3K. He's got pretty good launching speed, man. Raidou is fucking, he's viable. He's 100% viable. A lot of people also don't know this. My last point, Raidou, Evil Death King beat Quiggle at Final Round 2017 and sent him loser bracket. Evil Death King went to top 8 winners. That's the only Raidou player that ever went offline to get top 8, and he did it easy. Beat him 2-0. I watched it. So, next character. Who else did we do? Phase 4. Now, Phase is arguable because, honestly, the character isn't even able to be used in tournaments yet, and for that reason alone, I don't really feel comfortable putting her anywhere. If I did have to put Phase 4 anywhere, I would have to say it based off of DOA 5, which means, if I had to put her anywhere based off of DOA 5, I would put her in A tier, just because of the fact that she's got ridiculous damage. She's got 11 frame mid, 9 frame jab. She is unsafe, which for that reason alone makes her not be able to be in S tier. But because of the quick launch, if Phase stuns you in this game and launches you, you're fucked. But she's banned right now, so I don't feel comfortable putting her in a tier. Do you feel comfortable just kind of putting her off to the side for right now?
Yeah, that's fair because like it's still not enough out there right now. It's just not
right.
enough.
All right, so there's not enough Phase stuff right now to really talk about Phase. So for that reason alone, I'm gonna kind of stick her over here. I want to put her somewhere. Let me put her in the band section. There's got to be a band section. Hold on. I'm gonna add a block. Hold on. Let me go find a black block real quick. I'm just gonna use Tina and I'm gonna do some jank ass shit real quick and just erase some of this. Bam. Bam. All right, so we're gonna put Phase in the band section. She'll go over here. Sorry, guys, it's taking so long. I actually didn't anticipate this taking as long as it is, but... Alright, so, that settles that. Phase 4's ass is beamed. Next character we got here. Thank all you guys for the follows, man. I really do appreciate you. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Please be sure to chime in if you guys are in the chat. Let's get back to this shit. We're almost done here. Bass. If you don't know, well, you're about to find out. This character is fucking crazy. Hold on. Let me make Lisa a little smaller because my tier list is looking a little like shit right now. How do you feel about Bass, Nashfan?
So Bass is kind of like a wild card because like Bass could be S or A, right?
Right.
So the only thing that would make him A, the argument would be he's slow. He had 3 plus K would be his fastest, and I believe that's like a 12 frame high, maybe.
Yeah, and I didn't even know, honestly, dude, I'm gonna sound dumb for this, but I didn't know Bass's jab was fucking 13 frames.
Yeah, like it's really bad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So they gave him P plus K to kind of, give him something faster, but at the same time, like that would be his, the worst thing I could say about Bass is he's slow. Everything else is actually ridiculous. His damage output is really strong, and he's always been a pretty, strong damaging character, but you had to keep stunning people with him. Right. Now you could just launch him, get your damage, and just like you brought to my attention, he has a new throw, like an 8-frame throw, you said?
Yes, so Bass's back throw is 8 frames. He launches you in the air. He does 4-8 plus K for the bound, and he does 6-6P plus K, and can react to whether you tech up or not. So I want to actually put the game on and show you guys this shit, but I've already done it, so I'm not going to do that. But so when Bass 8-frame back throws you and does fucking isn't it 8 frames? Am I wrong? Dude, I think I'm wrong. I think it's 10.
What is it?
Can someone check that shit for me? Back throw with Bass. Is it 10 or 8? Because even still, bro, 10 frames is still fast for a super launcher throw, but it really doesn't matter. 8 or 10 frames, 8 is definitely a big difference, but it's still a super launcher throw at 10 frames at the most. I think it's 8, though. I want to say it's 8. I don't know why I think it's 8. I want to turn it. Are you on the game?
Yeah, I'm testing it.
Yeah, let me know. All right, so while he's testing that, miles or points.
Oh, yeah,
so
8.
It's 8 frames.
Yeah,
Fucking jeez, man. So whenever he does back throw, 6H plus K, 6P plus K, while you're rolling away, he's literally with you the whole time. So you guys know how when you chase somebody down after they roll away, there's some distance between you guys. He's literally right next to you the whole time. So after I do 6P plus K, he can stay on top of your body and react to whether you get up or not. If you don't get up, he gets to pick up into plus 13. If you do get up, he's fucking plus as hell. He has time to react to it because he's still recovering out of the 6P plus K. And he has hella plus frames. Offensive holds, 1P is plus 5 on hit, and it's a 50-50 because a plus 5, his fastest normals are going to out-prioritize any normals in the game, even if they're 9 frames or not, because his jab becomes, at plus 5, it becomes, 8 frames? My math is fucking terrible. Yeah, it becomes 8 frames. He's gonna be really fast after 1P. So you have to respect him. Forward grab is a reset grab that he can lead into back throw again. So if I do forward grab and you hold sidestep block, I'm hitting you a back grab and I'm gonna toss your fucking ass around. Also, I think I was reading somewhere, or Matt Ponton, the Matt player, the bass player, I think he said that he has the strongest break blow in the game. You don't cancel Bass's break blow. You always finish it because apparently it does OD damage if you don't finish it. So he's fucking OD in this game. And honestly, it's about time Bass was good because Bass was overshadowed for a while. So you feel Bass could potentially be an A tier, correct?
Yes, I
maybe
think
in the middle of S or just solid A tier.
I think that he's a solid A tier. The biggest thing is in this game, speed does thrive. Like Christie will still have a good matchup against Bass.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, guys, just because these characters are in certain places on the tier list doesn't make them not viable. The only character, honestly, right now that I feel like is fucking trash is Mary Rose, and we already went over those reasons. If you guys missed it, check out the video. But Christie still beats Bass. Don't get it twisted. But that's because of her speed. Right. Bass is going to beat the shit out of every other character in the game that doesn't have an 11 frame mid and a 9 frame jab. He's just going to beat them. It's just the way it is. So, you know, the only other thing that I can say Bass has a weakness for is characters that space him out again. But he does have some options to get in with. He's got 6P plus K. He's got running punch. He's got running, what do you call it? He's got a running offensive hold. So he does have options to get in with. So he's not fucking terrible. He has forward kick, which is a plus guard break on block. So he's got moves to get in with. And his tracking is good as well. So we're going to move on from Bass. So who else do we got left? We're coming down to the last bit of characters here, guys. I think we only have 2 characters left. Ayane. Now, Nashfan, and I take his word for it because I never thought about it the way he's thought about it, and I'll add on some stuff to it too. He believes Ayane is an S tier. So break it down, Nash. Why do you feel Ayane is an S tier?
So Ayane has always played the runaway style,
right?
Which is strong, still strong in this game. But the thing that really sends her through the roof is her quick launch game is like really bananas. And her back turn, she has a new back turn punch, like a stab that is minus, but so much pushback that it's impossible to punish. So we're just guessing, and that's a gut stun on that. So a lot of her guessing options are just strictly in her favor. And her quick launch game is ridiculous. Her damage output is stupid because of that bound, the spinning bird kick into the bound, into the spiral arrow combo. Like that, it just does too much. And it's a close hit. And it wall carries you, brings you to the wall.
I don't know if you know this, but her punch tracks. Did you know that?
Yes.
Did you know that her standing kick at 12 frames tracks?
Oh, the first kick tracks?
Yep. Standing kick tracks at 12 frames, bro. 12 frames. So if she starts around against Hayate and she kicks me in the head and beats my forward punch out, I can't even step. Also, a lot of people don't know this. Her back turn 6K, the mid kick that used to put you in a sit down stun in DOA 5, it's +1 on block. +2 from tip range. Ayane has always been a pest. That's what I call her. She's fucking annoying. The differences between Hayate and Ayane, people compare the two because they're kind of on the same mission. The main differences is that Ayane is much more evasive. She has much better movement built into the game just because of her twirling and shit. She's got much better crushes than Hayate. Much better crushes. Better string manipulation than Hayate. And her reset grab is fucking nuts. Once she gets that back, I think it's 6-4 throw, and she gets that back, you're fucked. You're not getting out of that shit. And as Nash was saying, she accesses the bounce system very well in her break blow. She gets punch, kick, 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 or if she's back here and she just does H plus K and gets the bound combo, she accesses that shit very well. So I think Ayane is nuts. I think this bitch is nuts. Tracking out the ass. Forward punch crushes highs. It crushes highs. Forward punch. Okay, and it leaves her back turn. Punch, punch, track. She's got good tracking. Standing kick, 12 frame tracking, tracking high kick. I think the only one in the game that does that. So for those reasons, Ayane goes in S tier. And her damage is great, not to mention. Back punch tracks. We're dwindling down to the last characters here. Elliot. So let me put Elliot on the screen real quick, and then we're gonna get back to Elliot because I think he's the last. No, I think he's the last one. Let me look at the characters. I think he's the last character we have to do. We've been doing this shit for an hour already. I think. Am I missing anybody, guys? Because I printed these little pictures out, and it took me like an hour to do it. Oh, Kokoro. We can't forget Coco. All right. I think that's it. I think that's at 26, right?
So we still got Tina.
All right. So we got the last 3 characters on the screen. Nico, I can't forget Nico. So we got 4 characters. 4 characters, and that's it. That's all right there, right? Okay. All right. So these are the characters we're working with right now. All right. So these are the characters that people feel are potential S and A tier, and that's why I saved them for last. So first of all, let's go over Tina. Nashfan, if you guys don't know, is arguably the best Tina in the U.S. Or in the world, rather. There's only 3 high-level Tina players. Well, 4 now. I got to consider Ethan now. Killy, Nashfan, Kathy Legit, or Showtime, you may know him as, or Vizier Day from DOA 4 Days. And Ethan beating Killy at final round definitely made a statement. So he's definitely considered amongst the high-level players of Tina now at this point. Because he beat one of the best Tina players with the character. So, Tina, Nashfan, tell us why you think Tina goes in S tier.
So Tina, in my opinion, is best character in the game for a couple of reasons. For one, her stun game has always been ridiculous. I thrive myself on playing stun. Like, you cannot get out of her stun game. And she stuns you with back kick, a 3P, or whatever, you are trapped. She has actual true crushes. Some characters don't have actual true crushes. When the crush says it goes from standing to crouching frames, it's a true crush. Like, it completely crushes. Her 3P completely crushes highs. If you do it at the same time Christy does P, she's getting stunned, and she has to completely guess. So stun game is S tier completely. And then, on top of that, her throw damage is insane. They added a new throw. Half circle forward throw is a new throw in this game. And it's a little easier for people to do. If you couldn't do, her, full crouch throw, forward back throw, they added a new throw, half circle forward throw. It does maybe 4 points less damage. But it's really stupid and near wall.
Oh my god!
It will take your whole life bar. It will do 60%. So you can't hold at when you fight Tina. Holding is not an option. It's never an option. It's never the smartest decision because you lose.
It's never the way to go.
Yeah, it's never the way to go. So her throws, her stuns, and don't let me get on the new 3-3K. So in DOA 5, 3-3K launcher was her worst launch. It was probably the least. It was the least countered launch, and it was the worst launch just because you had to get it at max threshold. 3-3K would only lead to a throw, and that was giant swing. Giant swing isn't even used in this game. Now the new throw, they gave her a throw where she gets a guaranteed air throw into a down grab that you cannot tech. Completely busted. Because the damage output, if you quick launch with it, the damage output is better than probably any other character's quick launch.
Right.
And it's untechable. It's all guaranteed. So couple that with everything else that I just stated about her stun game and her throw damage, and then on top of that, her quick launch game is stupid in this game. And let's not even get on 7K. 7K
oh my god!
High that automatically does 50 points more damage, regardless of where you're at on the combo scale. It does 50 more points, and it's a high.
Exactly.
So it's a complete guess, and you pretty much stated that you like to do one part of the auto combo into that high. Right.
So, guys, I'm putting DOA on right quick because I actually want to show you guys what Nash is talking about. So we're not just gonna go sticking characters in S tier without showing you guys why. We can explain it, but we're gonna show you guys why we believe these characters belong in S tier. Let me throw the game screen on real quick for you guys in case. All right, I did not mean to do that. Hold on. All right. So, we're going to put the game side by side real quick. Alright. Hopefully it's big enough for you guys to see. So, Tina's stun game was already fucking nuts. Okay? It was already good in DOA 5. But the fact that quick launching is now the way to go, it makes the stun launch much more scarier. So, it was already scary to hold against Tina in DOA 5, right? If you held against Tina in DOA 5, you were getting dropped on your neck, you were getting fucked up. Alright? So, let's put this on high counter. High counter, right? Quarter circle forward grab. On high counter, just took 132 life. Okay? That's almost half your life bar. Near the wall, that's not the right grab. Near the wall, if you do this throw, it does even more than that. So watch this shit near the wall. If she gets this near the wall, she's taking half your life. Literally, one more of those and you're dead. A whole round is gone. As Nashfan was saying, her stun game is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, this move is +3. 7p is +3 on block, correct?
7p?
Yeah, 7p is +1 on block, right?
No. In this game, it's more.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's +3.
Yeah.
Tip range, it gives you +4, though. Yeah, you get tip from +4. So she has ways to open you up. She's got offensive holds, okay? She's got Wild Rising Punch, which puts you in a lift stun. I don't know why she's blocking because of that. Wild Rising Punch puts you in a lift stun, okay? Alright? So once you get stunned in this game, let's just say I stun somebody with Tina, right? What do I do after that? You have so many things you can do, right? Stun. If I do 7k, hit confirm into the grab, you're losing that much damage. You're losing that much damage. And it's a close hit. Every time. Fucking disgusting. Okay? Also, she's got this throw, which is her old big throw, that does 136. That's almost half your life bar again. And what else did you want to add in there, Nash?
You pretty much went through, of course she has like 3p while rising 3p, and then she has, 6k back kick, one of her best neutral tools, one of the best neutral tools in the game, crushes high, right. Crushes lows. It's really hard to hit it with highs because of like where her like head is at. So like right. Even advancing at her is really hard to just knock her out of the move, and it has a lot of priority. Right. But yeah, I think arguably, people could argue it, who the best is, but what we can all agree on is she's definitely top 5.
Oh yeah, we can all agree on that. I definitely agree with that for sure. Even Killy says the same thing. So yeah, Tina, for that reason, guys, goes in top 5. Let me minimize the game really quick so you guys are not hearing this noise in the background. Well, I don't think I can get rid of that now that I have the game open. It's all good, because we're going to keep the game open anyways. So, Tina in top 5. What else do we have here? We've got Nico. No, we're not going to do Nico yet. Let's do Kokoro first. Where do you feel Kokoro is? S or A tier?
So, Kokoro, in my honest opinion, is A. Only because she would be S. She would be S if her tracking... If she had a tracking move, like some characters, for example, Tina has back punch.
Right.
It's a 3-part string, so you have to respect all hits. And exactly. with that being said, that's really good. Kokoro's best tracking is 4 punch, which is a high.
Right.
So if I'm fighting Kokoro, I can be like, okay, she has to stop me from stepping with this option. I can opt to crush this high. Now, of course, she can mix it up with 4 punch, like the 4 punch thing. But like, right. Still, her tracking options are a little limited versus other characters. So that would be the only thing that would make her A. But she's an A+ character.
Definitely. So you're saying like she could potentially be in like maybe the bottom of S tier, but definitely an A tier.
Yeah, definitely, because she still has, one of her, crafty new setups is the reset grab.
Right, and again, people are fucking making shit up with that. So if Kokoro does her quarter circle back throw into the reset and then she does her S, if you do anything but hold that high, or low hold or whatever it is, she's literally putting you in that S combo and you have to use meteor to get out. She has the mid kick mix up, and obviously she has other mix ups she can do. She can grab you out of the fucking air with her bound. She has really safe strings. She has really safe strings, really safe options. She's got pretty decent tracking. I think the thing that really stops her from being in that top. Also, her damage output is good. I think the thing that really stops her from being in that top S tier is just the fact that she doesn't have the best tracking in the game. Her tracking is good, but it's just not fucking excellent. She has good tracking options, just not excellent tracking options. But she's incredibly solid, and she takes advantage of the game very well. She has good damage, good throw damage. Also, she doesn't have an offensive hold. If she had an offensive hold, I would definitely say she's fucking OD. She has 4K. Is 4K the new move they gave her?
Yeah, the spin around stun.
Right.
Yeah, that move is really good. If that move was safe, she would be top.
And that's the issue.
Completely.
That's what I'm saying. So 4K is unsafe. That's the only problem, is that it's unsafe. If that move was safe, I think that would be enough to just bump her over the hedge, because that's her best tracking move, to be honest with you. But because that is not safe and you can just block that shit and punish her, I think that's the biggest difference. So that's the only thing that really separates her from being in that top echelon of characters. So we got Kokoro there. Next is, you want to do Nico or Elliot first?
Okay, let's save Nico for last. We just saw Nico versus Nico Grand Finals, which was, awesome. Let's save her for last. Let's speak on Elliot.
Right. So let's do it. So first and foremost, when Elliot first came out, and towards the end of single shot tracking, and she compared to Ninja's tons. No, that's what I'm saying. That's her 4K is good, but it's not great. When DOA 5 was ending its lifespan, Elliot started to shine a lot because fucking Caliber Blaze was dominating the scene with Elliot. Elliot was a character that people considered to be low tier for a very long time, and when you actually start losing to Elliot, because I've lost to Caliber Elliot multiple times in the tournament, you start to realize that this character's actually fucked up. In DOA 5, he had the ability to free cancel his strings and throw you as a mix-up, because you couldn't sidestep it. If you hit a button, he can delay his strings to fuck. He has, in DOA 5, he had disgusting throw damage. Disgusting throw damage in general, and just damage in general as well. He had great tracking. The reason why I'd say he had great tracking is because he had stuff like punch, back punch. His strings retract because he could delay them. People try to say, oh, Elliot tracking sucks, but he has strings for days that take priority over the screen. That man can literally, in DOA 5, could start in the middle of the screen and fuck your whole day up because you had to respect his strings. 4-4 punch was a natural combo and block or some shit. You couldn't even hold it. But in this game, you cannot. Now, Elliot's strings are not delayable really anymore in this game. They made it so that you can't really delay his strings. He got Genfu's bear stance, but you actually have to go into the stance to access it. If he could do Genfu's moves by themselves, he would undoubtedly be in S tier. He suffers some tracking in this game, and because sidestepping is so good, because it has such a fast, so many fast fucking active frames, and because of the fact that it has invincibility, the throws don't really beat sidesteps unless you do it in the first couple of startup frames. In DOA 5, there was more frames that you could grab to sidestep. In this game, if you don't grab that shit right away, you're getting hit. You can sidestep Elliot pretty easily, but Elliot currently in the game is the only character in the game that can force tech you as a striker with one attack. You guys seen it at final round today. Caliber Blaze was teching people up with one attack, and if you tech up, he's like +6 or +7 or something like that. The only striking character in the game that can tech you up with one hit. It's a bug. Master confirmed it's a bug, but nonetheless, it's still a bug that was used in tournaments, so automatically that makes him good. Good throw damage. He's got Genfu's stance. He has access to an 11-frame mid from the stance. He's got parries. His parry leads into a guaranteed high into a mix-up. Down ace plus K is a 50-50 mix-up. If you don't hold the mid-punch, you're getting launched into a bound. If you do try to hold, you're getting thrown into a mix-up. So Elliot's damage is pretty good. They nerfed his damage a little bit just because he was doing a lot of damage in DOA 5, and they changed his combos in this game because you want to go in a bear stance to get the max damage. But he's still doing good damage. How do you feel about Elliot being in the middle of A and S tier?
Yeah, that's fair. His, like you said, his weakness is the tracking. Like, so anytime Elliot puts a string on you, generally the best option would be to step. Like,
exactly right.
He can't retract you in this game. So with that being said, anytime he puts a string on you, a good option is to step. Now, of course, he can, free cancel the string, and he can, do whatever he wants. He can just block and, punish your sidestep attack with a launcher throw. But that's
Right.
beyond the point. He can't string you anymore like he did at 5. So
exactly, and that was so annoying.
Yeah, of course.
Right, the system nerfed Elliot. Elliot is doing generally the same shit he's doing at 5. It's just the system. No, Nico is not in C tier. She's just sitting here. I'm sorry. The system nerfed Elliot. They didn't really nerf Elliot in general. His strings got nerfed because he can't delay them, but the sidestep automatically fucks Elliot over because the sidestep is so good. So that's the reason why I believe Elliot could not be top, because sidestep is so good in this game. But regardless, she still has other crazy ass shit because, he has slower options too as well that can catch you at the end of a sidestep. And then on top of that, he's got a super launcher throw. Also, he has Ginfu's catch. He has Ginfu's super launcher throw in stance, and then he can catch you out of the air and get a guaranteed jab, I believe. So he's got good shit in this game. Definitely good character. So, last but not least, the character of the hour. This bitch. The new Christie. Some people are calling her the new Christie. Okay. How do you feel about Nico?
So Nico, the thing that stands out the most about Nico is that Nico has a reset grab, and it guarantees 3 6Ps guaranteed. 6 PPP guaranteed. And then from there she can get another mix up lift stun or a gut stun. And that's one thing I let Blackberry know. His stun game in that situation off of those, a lot of people are doing, K into whatever, and they're missing out on damage, but you can actually get a lot more damage and a lot more mix-ups from her stun. She is fast. Very, very fast. She's like the new Christie. She really does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really
she feels
fast.
like she's like the new Christie.
Her... a lot of people say, it's hard for her to, get in, blah, 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 whatever. That's player to player. Because she does have good counter poke options. So that's player to player if you play patient with Nico. And Blackberry, very patient player, is able to play patient with her at neutral, get in, and, get the job done. Reset grab makes her stand out the most, though. I feel like that makes her over the top because it forces a situation. You have to do something unless you want to just eat the damage. Her new the electric launcher is ridiculous. Because if you hold, you're going up. If you hold early, you're going up. And you're going up into max damage. It's a super launcher. It doesn't matter how big of a character you are going up. Like super launcher. So,
exactly. She can take advantage of the combo system better than almost any character in the game, for sure.
Right. And then on top of that, even if you hold, it's one of the unholdables, but I'm going to get into that. That's a very important thing. I might want you to show that on stream for people that don't know.
Okay.
But also,
let me load the game up.
But also the fact that it's an unholdable, but there is like punishes for it. There are answers for it. But if you block it, it's only -3 with pushback. So she can step back, and if you try to swing on her, she can immediately whiff punish you. So it's a very dangerous situation to play in. And then her bound is probably like the easiest bound to get in the game. Easy.
Right.
8 PP, so easy to get it into the close hit. And right now, she's looking like a lot of people are saying she needs nerfs. I don't think she needs nerfs. I think people just need more time.
We got to learn the matchup.
She's new.
We need to learn the matchup.
She's new. It's going to take some time to get used to her, just like it took time for people to get new to Christie. Like, it took a while, but, eventually people got the matchup down, and it's going to take a while with Nico.
Right.
So basically what I want you to show people is that when you counter, I see a lot of people doing incorrect things. When you counter Nico's electric launcher, you can actually get a guaranteed auto combo.
Yeah. Yep. I saw. Oh, also, some characters can fuck her back up.
Exactly.
Let me turn this shit off really quick. So I'll show you guys. So this is something that I want to show people because now that you guys can go into the lab and figure this out if you haven't known already. So let me pick Rig because I saw it with Rig today. Let me see if I can replicate what I saw Hoodless do. So a lot of people don't know that you can do this to Nico. Nico's back punch. Also, I don't know if you guys know, got nerfed in this game. It was for some reason at points it was -9, and then at some points it was -3. They made it so that it's -9 at all times. So let me see if I can replicate this really quick. I saw Hoodless do it and I haven't tried it, so let me see if I can replicate it. Hold on. Alright. There it is right there, so watch this shit. Every time. If you got a character that can take advantage of that, go into the lab. That shit's mine every single time. So you can do, I don't remember the whole combo, but you can do shit like that to her. I don't remember what the combo is, but he did some shit like that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you guys hold this, you can actually combo her. So thank Hoodless for showing me this shit, because I didn't even know that that you could do this shit. I learned something new from watching Hoodless today in the tournament. What is the combo? I don't remember what it was. I think that it was some shit like that. I don't remember. But either way, so if you guys are dealing with that move and you're actually good at reacting to hold that shit, you can actually take her back for that. So that's pretty cool information to know. So I'm gonna close the game. Is there anything else you want me to show them on the game or no?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can get there. You can get her back, or you can get a guaranteed auto combo. And of course, you can throw punish on with, but you want to do whatever maximizes your character's out.
Exactly. So. Again, that's just one thing showing you guys that we have to have enough time with these characters, to be honest with you. The game just came out. The game came out on the 1st. It's only the 17th. It hasn't even been a month yet. And the game has not even begun to even get broken down yet, to be honest with you. DOA 5 was out for how many years, and people were still finding new shit towards the end that was fucking ridiculous. So, got to give the game time. Nico, and for those reasons, Nico falls in, you said S tier, correct? We agree on S tier?
Yes.
Okay, so for those reasons, we can say Nico could be S tier. To be honest with you guys, I can see Nico ending up in A tier when it's all said and done, but because of the unfamiliarity, because of the fact that she's got an 11-frame mid, she's got a 9-frame jab, because of the fact that she has a reset grab that she can confirm into a damaging throw to finish you off, or go into the reset. Because of the fact that it's the same throw and she can confirm that shit on high counter is bullshit. She's got good tracking. She's got safe tracking moves. Back punch isn't safe anymore, but she has, what is it? Down forward kick or punch kick, whatever string it is. She's pretty safe. She's got very high damage in combos, and she can take advantage of comboing any weight class. Pretty much damn near the same. And her bound, she can fuck you up with her bound because she has the close hit. And near the wall, she can actually charge her close hit attack and get more damage than she can in the open, which is fucking crazy. So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna do it for Emery Reigns and SoSickNashfan's tier list. Again, we got Mary Rose in F tier, because she fucking sucks. Hanoka in D tier because she has no range. Christy in C tier because of the fact that she's fast. She's very fast, but she's not really doing too much damage, and the fact that they nerfed a lot of the things that was annoying about her as far as her jack stance goes, which made her good in the first place. Helena, I'm not going to go over all the characters again, but Helena is in B tier. Hitomi is in B tier. Jan Lee's in B tier. Bayman's in B tier. He took some nerfs in this game. Jan Lee's in B tier because he's incredibly solid, but he's not OD. Hitomi's incredibly solid if played correctly. Raidou is incredibly solid in this game. Leifang is in the middle of A and B tier because we don't really have the experience against her enough yet, but we do have some experience and we know how she played in 5, and she's pretty much doing the same things. Bass is fucking OD. Lisa's fucking OD. Mila is great. Mila's my secondary, so I would know Hayate is always going to be great. Legacy character. Kasumi. Diego's in A tier. Brad Wall's in A tier. Kokoro Elliot and Rig are in the middle of A and S tier, I would believe. And me and Nashfan both agree on this tier list. Again, guys, this stuff is going to change. It's not even that it may change. It's going to change. There's going to be balance patches. Shit might be discovered tomorrow that makes these characters jump or drop in tiers. So we got to have more time with the game. But we just wanted to give you guys a general idea of where the characters currently are. And Phase 4 obviously is going to be in the banned section right now because she's banned from tournaments. And also, what other character was banned from tournaments as well? Neo Tengu's banned from tournaments too, right? I think Neo
Right
Tengu's
now,
banned from tournaments. Yeah. But the only reason why Neo Tengu is in there is because of the fact that we've played Neo Tengu a lot online. Phase, I haven't really fought any phases online. And Phase 4 is not really doing as much damage in this game, so we don't really know where she's going to fall yet because we haven't really played her much again. So, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. That's going to do it for my stream. I'm not going to be playing tonight. I'm going to go get some sleep. And I have court in the morning. I got to go to court for a guy that I charged. And I actually have to go to work tomorrow. So you guys won't be seeing much of me tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like a quick hour stream. Tuesday, the same thing. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm off. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I work the entire weekend. So you guys won't be seeing too much from me. But either way, she's banned from tournaments because she's not available to purchase yet. She's only available from the deluxe edition. You can't buy her separately. And the same thing with Neo Tengu. But either way, Nashfan, is there anything else you wanted to add to this, man, before I end the video?
No, I think we hit it on the dot with the tier list. Most of these characters, just like you said, anything can change. Anything could change tomorrow. We'll just have to see. I'm happy with the way the game is going. Final round was a good display of talent. A lot of different players were able to, show that this isn't DOA 5. This is a new game, and you're gonna have to learn the game to beat me. So. People are gonna have to, step it up, lab it up, and stop the complaining, take things to the lab and learn. Like the community has to grow together. The toxic mentality has to go away. We have to, grow together, and we got 90K on the line. Like, this is serious business.
Right. So, again, Nash, I really appreciate you joining me here, man. I appreciate it. Again, if you guys don't know Nash, make sure you follow him on Twitter. You can find him at SoSickNashfan on Twitter. And if you guys bump into him on PlayStation, his name is Only Practice. You'll probably gotten your ass beat by him probably in ranked match. But again, thank you, Nash, for tuning in, man. If you guys missed anything, this video is going to be on YouTube, and it's also going to be in the archive section. I'm going to throw this bitch on YouTube right now, actually. But that's going to do it. I'm going to send you guys over to Master's stream, all right? If you guys don't know who Master is the community manager of Dead or Alive, and he's the best Hayabusa player in the world. So, make sure you guys show some love to Master. If you guys are subscribers, be sure to spam some of them Emery Reigns emotes when you get in there. I will catch you guys later. It's been a blast streaming for you, man. I hope you guys learned something here, and I hope you guys continue to support the stream and continue to learn the game with me as well. You guys have a good night. I'll catch you later. All right, Nash. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks, bro.
All right, homie.
All right, man.